Another day, another nickel hunt. We'll start with one box today, and if I need to include a second box in this hunt, I'll have to pick another one up. But in order to do that, my bank said I needed to re-roll all of these. Hopefully we've got enough finds in this box to make it a fun hunt, but like I said, if we don't, we'll have a second one to hunt as well. Hey everybody, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure, and I'm excited. We got a nickel box to hunt today. It's the kind of box that has the holes in the bottom, and I did do a little scrutinizing, and it definitely is circulated nickels, but I didn't see anything fancy through that tiny little bit of holes that I could see the coin through, and so we're hoping we got some enders on top. That being said, you guys know the drill. When we open this box, we'll be looking for buffalo nickels, silver war nickels, any older Jeffersons like key dates and semi-key dates, as well as any varieties and or heirs we could find. Now, I've been on a pretty good streak lately of either finding silver or buffaloes in my boxes, as well as a few mint heirs. So I'm pretty excited about getting into this box. Like I said in the intro, hopefully we have enough finds in this box, but if I don't, I will include a clip at the end of me rolling these back up with my Royal Sovereign coin sorter, and then we'll take it back to the bank mañana and get another box. Let's go ahead and get this started. We'll crack open the top and see if we have anything to get excited about right off the bat. I do definitely see some older Jefferson nickel designs, but I don't see any silver or buffalo enders right off the bat, which is typical lately. We'll get right into this hunt, see if we got some goodies, and I'll loop you in along the way. As a reminder, I'll be using my nickel coin hunts mat and my microscope so I can put the coins on the screen and get up close and personal to check for any of the varieties we may encounter. If you're interested in either my scope or my mats, I have links to those down below, and of course I'll always have a quick link to my mats above here. Now that we said all that, let's begin the hunt. Not off to a bad start. Roll number one, we've got our first early Jefferson. This is a 1952. And it's a 1952S. That is not a key or semi-key date, but it is always good seeing a San Francisco minted nickel in the box. I'll definitely take that to get started. If it had been a 51S, would have been a semi-key date. All right, let's look for more. We're on roll 11, and hopefully these last 10 rolls are not an indication of how slow the box is going to be, because all we had was that 52S in roll 1, and now in roll 11, a 54. Denver, I believe. We'll just make sure because there is a S over D in 1954. But that is a Denver. Still two finds finally. Almost 11 rolls in. Roll 12 is going to yield a 50s nickel. A 1958 Denver. Well, the box is definitely getting better because we're on roll 14. I literally just laid out the roll. I already checked because I have been fooled a few times, but we have a silver war nickel back here. All I did was pull it forward, saw the texture, and said that's a war nickel. Definitely going to have one. You can tell by the way it looks. And this is a 1943 Philadelphia. So we do get to check it for the 3/2, which I don't see. And we do get to check it for the doubled I, which because of the wear, I also don't see. He's got a little scar across his mouth, but that's nothing important. Either way, a 1943 silver war nickel, 35% silver, and with the spot price of silver rising, that's about a $1.25 find right there. Anytime you can pay a nickel and get a $1.25 back, you can't get mad at that. I'll continue to hunt this roll and bring you back in on the next find. Roll 17, another 50s nickel and another 1954 Denver as well. Roll 18, and it must be the box of 54s. We've got our third one, also from Denver. Roll 19, and we just found another 50s nickel, and this one's a 52, a 52P. So a couple of 52s and 3 54s with the 58. Basically, it's a 52-54 box with a silver. We'll take it though. Maybe we'll find a 1950, either a semi-key Philadelphia or a key date Denver. Eyes are peeled. Rolls need to be hunted. Roll 20. Second 40s nickel of the box. This one's not silver. It's a 1948 Philadelphia. Roll 22, 1959 Denver. Roll 26, and I think we did it again. We had an odd colored one. I flattened them out. You can just see the date peeking above. We definitely got our second Silver War nickel in the first 25 rolls. And this is a 45 Philadelphia. Beautiful. 2 Silver War nickels. Not a lot of other finds, but I will take those all day. Can we get a third one? Let's find out. Roll 27. Another early Jefferson. 1941 Philadelphia. Roll 29. Another 1941. Out of Philly as well. No, I'm sorry. 1947. I thought that one looked funny. 1947. Out of Philly. Mistakes were made. We grabbed roll 30 and the ender looked old. I pushed the wrapper aside. It's a 59. I won't show it to you out of the roll unless there's friends with it, which I hope there is. I pulled the 59 aside in case I found a friend, and I did. 1954 again, and another 54 Denver. We'll add them to the board and look for more. Roll 33, it's trashy, but it's a 1956 nickel, and it does have a mint mark, probably a Denver. Well, I guess it's got to be a Denver, but either way, it's another find. Roll 34, just a 1959 from Denver. Same roll, 2 coins later, we found his twin. Another 1959 Denver. Roll 36, another 50s nickel, one we haven't found yet, a 1951. Will it be an S? It's a Denver, not a semi-key. Still a 51D, I'll take that all day as well. Roll 38, another Jefferson, 1948 Denver. Wish it had an S on it. Roll 41, it's going to be our first 1957 of the box, minted in Denver. Roll 42, and another 1954, this time Philadelphia. Roll 43, a 1941. I'll make sure this time it is 41S. We'll take it. Roll 45, a 1946. San Francisco. 1 year off silver. Although we do have 2 already. Roll 46. We might be another year off silver because this is a 1942. And even though they did mint both nickel and Silver War nickels that year, it doesn't have the silver look. And it's not. If it was a Silver War nickel, it'd have the big mint mark above the Monticello, which it doesn't. And it doesn't even have a Denver mint so that we could check it for the D over horizontal D right there. Either way, I'll take it. I do keep and collect transition year nickels, and that is one. We'll add it to the board and see if we can get anything else before this box quits. Roll 49. We're going to get at least one more find before the box done, and it's another 51. And it's a 51 Philadelphia. We're on roll 50, and the second coin in is going to be another find. It's a 1941 Philly. And since I have you here, I do see what could be a couple of more oldies. Maybe this one. 1948 Denver. And that's just another 64. And I want one more look at this one. Just the 72. All right, if we find anything else, I'll bring it back. Otherwise, we'll do a wrap-up. No more finds in that box, but it was a good box. 16 in the 50s, 9 in the 40s, which makes 25 finds, and that's what I target for. I will point out that I did not have an 09 in that box, and if I recollect, I am now 2 boxes in a row without finding a 2009 nickel. That's odd for me, but I have been pulling them out of circulation in my area since October 2017. So have I found them all? I doubt it, but it is odd that I've gone 2 boxes without one. That being said, I'm also excited because I am finding silver war nickels in my boxes lately. We got another box with two of them. A 43 Philadelphia right off the get-go in roll 11, I believe. And then a 1945 Philadelphia in roll 25 or 26. Thought we might find one more before the box was done, but we didn't. We also didn't find a Buffalo, and I usually find one every box or every other box, and I think that's 2 boxes in a row without a Buffalo as well. Still, I'm not going to get mad. Couple of silver war nickels, a nice 42 transition, and a whole bunch of early Jeffersons that I get to look through to see which ones will make the cut and stay in my collection. Now that I've done that, I've got to go ahead and roll those up, get them in a box, bring them back to the bank so I can get another nickel box. I think I'll sneak in a clip or two at the end of this. That way you guys can see what I do. I also want to point out that if you're one of the 55% of the viewers that are not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. It would mean the world to me. Hopefully you enjoyed this nickel box hunt. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting. And thanks for watching. Can never get mad at adding a little more silver to the 2020 silver jar. So I figured about now it's a good time to go ahead and show you my setup. I use this Royal Sovereign coin sorter. All I have to do is pull forward the nickel tray, and here I've got 1,000 $2 nickel cointainer rolls. They're the shotgun rolls. They load in here pretty simply, just like that. Now, the other box I tore the top off, so I grabbed one of my nickel boxes that I have in stock. I always carry boxes so that I can use them to either bank hop and get rolls or return rolls. Here's my stash of nickels, and it's pretty basic. You push that in, you hit run stop, the 0 counter is ready to go. It's already been cleared out. All I gotta do is grab a handful, dump them inside here just like this, and what it will do is start counting them and start filling up the roll for me. It's not rocket science, it's pretty basic. Once the roll is full, which we'll show you here in a few seconds, I know it's loud. I'm just gonna take my time dumping them in, don't want any jams. There you go. $2, we've got one roll done. When I pull it forward, it automatically starts the next roll. Now all I have to do is take this out and use the bottom here, which has some places to put my hands, and I'll crimp the ends. Once I have $100 worth in that box, I bring it back to the bank. I just put another roll in there. I figured I would keep it at 225. It's still running, and the time is 9:10 p.m. Takes about 20 minutes to do a box. Let's see if I still got it in me. It's been a while since I rolled a whole box. We still got it. $2 on the last one. We had an extra nickel in there by mistake. $100.05. Full box of nickels. And 9:27 p.m. That means 17 minutes to roll that box of nickels. Can't get mad at that. If you're interested in getting any of the crimped end wrappers as well as my Royal Sovereign coin sorter, which helps you roll them, I'll have a link to that down below. Now, I gotta get that box of nickels at the bank so I can hunt some more nickels.